Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while. Had a lot to do. A lot of stuff for Lost Art Magic, getting ready for Magic Live. So if you're gonna be out there, I'll be out there too. We'll talk more about all that stuff later. I'm gonna give you a tutorial on the side steal. I'm gonna talk about a good friend of mine who has some great work on the side steal that I think you should look into more. And we'll talk about some other things too that are going on. But mostly, let's just get into the tutorial. Alright, so quick bit of history about the side steal as far as I know it, because I learned things a little bit differently, and I'm sure some of you have too. Not everybody is a book learner or a video learner or all into history, but I'll tell you what I learned about it and where you can learn more about it. So originally I learned a side steal from a guy at a magic shop. He just kind of did something and I didn't know what he was doing and he showed it to me. And then Doug Edwards showed me some stuff, and Simon Lavelle, and my original teacher Danny T showed me stuff, and a whole bunch of people showed me all these other things about the side steal and where you could learn it. But the most that I ever saw about the side steal was from 𝐻𝐻𝗎𝗪. So you can look that up. However, this brings me to my good friend. I have a good friend in Florida. His name is Paul Cummins. He's a bartender and he does magic at the bar too. He's a great guy, super knowledgeable, and he's got some really good magic. And just to touch on it a little bit, because I like to give information that I hope you people will go and learn from and take it upon yourself to learn some things that maybe I don't know about, or I haven't taught you, or what, or maybe you don't know about, whatever, man. It's all good. He came out with 2 books. Now they're not traditional books where, you know, it's like properly bound. He does this himself, right? So he came out with something called 𝗏𝗪𝗡, which is From a Shuffle Deck in Use. And this is the first one, 𝗏𝗪𝗡 1, and then there's 𝗏𝗪𝗡 2, and each of these have some amazing material. If you just want to be able to pick up a deck and do some miracles, you can do them right from this book, or books, 2 of them. They're amazing. He sent these to me years ago. I still use them and I use material from them. I look through them a lot because sometimes I forget things, or I want to freshen up on something, or I just need a different idea. And solid stuff in here. Some of it is knuckle busting, some of it isn't. If you look at Paul Cummins and the stuff he usually does, he's a traditional worker. So if you have that mindset of being a worker, he will fit your style perfectly. But man, what a hell of a guy. He also has a video called Up in Smoke, which is a video on coin magic. So if you want to get into some coin magic, Paul Cummins has that also. But we are talking about the side steal, and he has a video called The Side Steal Declassified. And a lot of this really has to do with Ed Marlowe's deliberate side steal. But he also has some routines here. A la Animan, Bar None, The Trick That Never Happened, which is a great trick actually. I just got an email. The Trick That Never Happened is a great trick. Just in Case is also stumped. All his stuff is great. So you guys can check that out. There you go. So you can check it out right there. That is Paul's work from a shuffle deck in use. Go check out his website. I don't know if he's still selling this stuff, but if he is, go get it. Get it now, because it's awesome and it's probably some of the best stuff you'll see with the side steal. Because I don't even know too many things that are out there with the side steal, to be honest. There's not many things. I just wanted to jump into a little bit, talk about where you can learn some other stuff. Go check out Paul Cummins' stuff. All the stuff will be in the description below. Check it out, support the guy, he's a great guy. And if you ever get to meet him, tell him that Xavier says hello, because he's one of my good friends. Let's just get into the damn thing. The side steal traditionally is put into a palm, which I didn't like because there's always this kind of weird pull away and then you can replace it however you want. So I never really liked doing it like that, even though that is how I learned it. There's plenty of material on the side steel in that sense if you'd like to learn that, where you kind of come off the side and then you can replace it, do a color change or something like that. I never liked it. I always thought it looked exactly like what it is, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. So instead I started doing something else. Now I did learn Paul Cummins' deliberate side steel, which was awesome. Different touches, I'm not going to go over it. If you'd like to learn that, you can go pick up Paul Cummins' own material. It's called On the Side Steel, right? Or Side Steel Declassified. So you could check that out if you'd like. But what I'm going to show you today is a few touches on my own side steel. It's a little bit different. Some of it is a little bit more blatant, but for me it gets me into the position I want to be in faster with less hassle. Essentially what's happening is the card is being side jogged like that, then bent in and pulled back a little bit to keep the cards from going in. The pinky then pushes forward like this, and then the card is clipped with the pinky and then removed from the pack and then placed back on top. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'll go through each of the motions, each sequence, just because it can be a little tedious, but it's the process that I like the best, just because it gets me to where I want to be. And in a way I can actually do it where my hand actually never comes off the deck like this. So I'll show you that. So there's a card face up in the middle. Okay, I get to here, the card comes out, I'm still contacting the deck, and the card is placed on top. So I can do this technically without my hand coming off, which was one of the problems I had with the original side steel, is that kind of rubber banding thing. But I think I helped alleviate that. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a card selected, or you need to have a card peaked or replaced, and then have a break. We'll start with a peak. So you're gonna riffle through the deck and tell whoever to say stop, so you go through. Now for my purposes, I like to try to get them to stop in the top third of the deck. I just think it makes the side steel a bit easier, and it's very easy to do that. You know, you actually start the riffle near the middle instead of from the bottom like this. You just say stop wherever you want, and that's it. Now it's near the top part. So there's simple ways that you can use to control where your spectator says stop. So if I do it like this here and I say just say stop, right? Like, it's hard to tell that I even started in the middle. Just say stop somewhere. There you go. See that? Okay, so from here you're gonna let the pack go, and you're gonna get a pinky break underneath that. Then your opposite hand is gonna come over the deck, and it's gonna lever this part up. So you riffle, drop, hand comes over, and now you're gonna lever this down because you're gonna squeeze your fingers in like this, okay? And you're literally just gonna push that card out. Now, when you start doing this, sometimes you might get a few, let me see if I can get, yeah. You might get a few cards like that. It's okay, because we're gonna fix that in a second. So once you get that card out, you're just gonna drop everything because you have a break. And these fingers are now going to push up and back in, and it kind of squares everything up. Now, I think I push a little too far, but if you're like this, this will actually, there it is. This will square up the packet quite nicely. So now from here, with your hand over, you're going to take your pinky, and you're just going to push up just a little bit like that to get the angle out. And that will allow you to clip the card. Your thumb then comes around the pack like this, squeeze in. So because your thumb is over the pack, when you squeeze, the card will just go right into a lateral palm. Now, depending on the angle of your hand, this corner of the card will either be on your middle finger or ring finger. I try to get it right on my ring finger. This makes things easier for what's going to happen next, right? So you just squeeze in, and once you've gotten to the corner, you're pretty much, the card that you just side steel is off of the deck, but your hand is still contacting the deck. So what you're going to do is squeeze in with these fingers on the hand that's holding the deck proper, right? And then your index finger is just going to bend up. So you come to here, you bend up. Now you're going to reverse everything almost. You're going to extend your hand as you go to grab the pack. Your thumb is going to go back over the pack. and then your fingers are going to square that in. So you're not coming over the deck to replace the card either. You're kind of keeping this angle right at them. It's hard to see that a card is being replaced from that angle. So if I come here and I do this, right, you can't really tell. And I don't have to come all the way over the deck to cover, you know, I don't have to do this. All I have to do is this. If I just extend my hand like that, that is kind of fun to do actually. Which is an interesting thing if you think about it, because even though this is on top of the deck, I can do this with the top card also. If I have a break on the card and I get it right under my pinky, I can then steal the card off if I wanted to for whatever reason. I'm not saying this is what you would want to do, but you could do that as well. You can do it from the bottom, you can do it from the middle, but I like to do it from right about here. Just riffle down, push, square, get that card up into the pinky, separate, extend, and then square. So that's how you could do it from a peek. And now we'll go into some other ways. Alright, so another way you could do this also is from a spread. We've pretty much gone over the mechanics, so from this point out it's going to be a little bit faster. Let's do a selection. So you have a person pick a card. They look at it as you replace a card, or if you have them put it back in a spread, whatever, you could do that. Just make sure that man, my leg is itchy. Just make sure, what card was it? Whatever, we'll use the 4 now. Okay, just make sure you get a break below the card, just like that. Square everything up, and as you're scoring, you're gonna do the same exact action as you did same exact action as you did with the peek. As you're squaring, so you get to here, it's kind of messy, you're squaring, your fingers are going to shoot in, push that card out, squeeze in, pinky's going to come up, push that card up into the pinky clip, and then you mimic the same actions. You just square the pack and you control the card to the top. Okay, so let's do this real time, super fast motion. Okay, so card selected, Queen of Clubs, that card goes back, you're going to square, gets pushed in, and then you control it to the top of the deck, just like that. That's another way you can do it. You can also do it from, I think, right? Selection, peek. I don't know, is there another way? I guess you could do it from one of these things, right? You just show it like this. So if you do one of these things where you just have them say stop as you dribble, so they say stop, let's say right there. When they peek the card and you hold a break, you're kind of gonna do a soft double as you replace the pack. So as this pack goes over and contacts the thumb, you're gonna kick this card out. There's literally no friction. So this makes it real easy. So you just come to here, this goes out like that, and you're pretty much in the same position already without having to do a lot of extra motion or forcing anything. So you just go here, this comes back, this gets kicked over to here, you come back, gets pushed up, right? Separate, extend, replace. So there's a few ideas for you to play around with the side steal. Don't be scared of it. Believe it or not, the angles are actually pretty good, and this is supposed to be done at a time when people are not necessarily looking at your hands, right? So you don't want to do this like right now. This is actually the worst time to do a side steal, to be honest, but you want to do it as you're saying something. I hope you enjoy it, and peace out. Okay, so that is it. That is my touches on the side steal. I kind of think about slides a little bit differently, so I hope you understand that. The stuff that I do, or the stuff that I show you, take it for what it is. It's just a tutorial. You don't have to take it as the law of the land. Something in my eye. You know, you can try some of these ideas out. If it's not for you, fine. It's perfectly okay. You don't have to do everything the way you learn it, and that's why I do things the way I do them. Because I don't do things the way I learn. I do things differently. But play around with it. Play around with these clips and these ideas if you want. I think you should. With that being said, there's some other things I want to talk about. One, later this month I will be releasing my work on the Classic Pass and the Cover Pass. It's something that is very close to me. It got me through some really dark times. I know that's kind of weird to say, but thinking about these moves kind of cleared my head and helped me focus on something else instead of focusing on the stuff that was kind of bringing me down. I'll be announcing something else with it that has to do with 𝐷𝐒𝐿𝐥 because Pandrea and I are kind of putting things together to help make it a more complete thing. Also, this is how I make a living, you know, so I would really appreciate the support, and I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me now. It's been great and wonderful. I will be at Magic Live also. I'll be sharing a booth with 𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗙𝗙, so if you happen to be going to Magic Live and you happen to have a ticket, stop by the Lost Art booth and you can come hang out with us or do whatever. I think that's where I'm going to end it for now. I'll go into more things in another video. I really hope you enjoyed this move. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, and that's pretty much where I post anything that I'm doing when I'm doing it. Also, the Lost Art social media, just because things are starting to happen with that. And if you haven't watched on the Lost Art YouTube, 𝐾𝐈𝐿 actually did a video, so I'll just kind of put some, you could go check it out yourself if you want also. And thank you guys so much again. I really appreciate everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video.